Welcome to the Court of Fowl. My name is Richter, your court mage, always at your service. Oh, that felt like putting on an old sweater that you haven't put on in a while. You know, like a hoodie that you thought you lost, and then you found it in the closet, and you're like, huh, this is still here. Okay, first, since, what do you call that? I had to kind of put all of this together from scratch, trying to replicate a bunch of stuff. Just ignore the background for now. So I'm kind of slapping all of this together last minute. Work has been hectic, so I didn't have too much time, and I think I just kind of put all of this together in the better part of an hour, probably. So no tweet yet. Oh yeah, sorry, I was too busy trying to get the stream just functional. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we live. And then just tweet. Tweet. And then that. Alright. And then we go back here, open this, press this button, put it in the thingambob. And then bam. We're not double streaming today. We're not doing multi-streaming because, well, I haven't set it up yet. My OBS has a total of 5 scenes, 2 of which are my like what do I call them? They're like support scenes. One is called widgets, one is called audio. So all of my main audio sources, like the microphone, the alert, no, not the alerts, sorry, just the microphone, the game audio, voice chat, and stuff, that all goes into this audio scene. And I slap that audio scene into any other scene that I might need, so I don't have to keep setting up the microphone and all that stuff. So it's just that, and it works. And then I have another scene called the widgets, and that's where you're seeing all the other little stuff on there for. Give me a second, need to turn off a couple things. There we go. So for example, you're seeing that little support, the Ko-fi, you know, on the top right. That's in the widgets. When my alerts come up for anything that happens, that's in the widgets. What else is in the widgets? I don't want to look at it right now. I guess I could in studio mode without risking anything. So what else? Right now, that's about all I got. Right now, that is about all I got. So yeah. I think eventually I'm going to have things like the throne or whatever the other things are. Like little things that are going to show up on screen. That's what's going to go into widgets. Yeah, so I kind of have... I managed to scrape together a ZATSU scene. I have my model working. I have a background. I have chat here on screen as well. And I have a little logo even. Not quite the usual things we have, but it's there. And also slightly late start because the Korean food that I ordered came in a bit late. So it's kind of just sitting here on my desk right now. So this is gonna be an eating stream, guys. This is gonna be an accidental eating stream. So I have with me right now some Korean barbecue. I ordered chicken. I got pork for some reason. I'm not complaining. Right? So it's like some grilled pork here on the side. I got also some spicy Korean chicken. I got some japchae, and I got some fish cakes, and then rice. And then there's some dipping stuff on the side. One is like a sesame sauce, which is apparently just like salt, pepper, and sesame oil. Yeah, salt settled a little bit, so I gotta shake it around. I also have this little, I don't know what this is called, like it's a red like gochujang sauce thing or whatever. It's like a red bean sauce, probably gochujang. Yeah, basically it's not exactly what I was expecting to get when I placed an order, but it's gonna do, because I am hungry. So originally I wasn't even sure if I was gonna actually stream this week, mostly because of work. You see, I have 2 projects that I'm working on, you know, for work, and they're kind of like, hey, we're gonna launch everything this week. Which one of you? Why not both? Fuck you all. So that's kind of how it goes. You know, I finished one project launch already yesterday. And I'm expecting another launch either, I think, tomorrow or Friday. Wait, what day is it even? It's Wednesday already. Jesus. Okay. So yeah, I am hoping that after this week, things will ease up within like maybe 2 weeks. Because usually after a project, you know, launches, right? They're like, okay, we gotta be super, what do you call it? Attentive. We gotta watch out for things for like a couple weeks to make sure everything is okay and that nothing is breaking and that nothing is going wrong. So they're like, all right, we need you guys to be like on standby for a few weeks. So yeah, that's kinda where we're at right now. So I'll see if I'll be able to stream at all if I'm not overly tired. As you can see, I'm gonna have some food here on stream. Now I wish actually I kind of wish this was Twitch in the sense that I could get away with like watching YouTube videos. Hello Nana, welcome to the stream. You joined the accidental mukbang as I have Korean barbecue stream. Let me actually open up the sauce. I forgot to open up my bean sauce. It's alright, it's working out. Making it work, but I'm hoping that things will start picking up by the end of the week, and I hope you're doing well too. No? Isn't it like near the end of the school year or something already? I don't know if school still ends on the same date that I remember. Sup? Sup, GGP? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Your name seems familiar to someone else, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it yet. Welcome, Nito. We are eating because my Korean food delivery came late. Unfortunately, ever since quarantine, school now ends around July and not March. What the fuck? Really? That's wait, so when does the school year, like when's the in between school years now? Usually it's like 2 months, right? Between school years? When's that now? Not in this part of town. It's not normal in this part of town. Because normally over here, like our 2 months, our 2 month break between school years is around April and May. And then June is the start of the school year. Typically. Now that may vary from school to school, but the good majority of schools usually start around June. I believe school starts around September now. It's been a gray area since. Oh, I see. Okay. Man, that's something. Thank you, GGP. Okay, let me try this spicy Korean chicken that they were talking about. Let's see how spicy this thing sucker is. Oh shit. It's kinda hot. Oh shit. And this one's a fighter. Three weeks summer vacation sucks. Hang on. This thing's actually kind of hot. Hang on. Woo! And it's not so much that it's just burning my tongue, it's kind of spicy. Kind of spicy, guys. Sorry, and I had to suddenly wolf down a bit of rice and japchae just to kind of mellow down the heat. Just to kind of mellow it down a little. That was a spicy chicken. I like that. Just wasn't prepared for it. Just wasn't prepared. All right, let's try the what do you call it? The sesame oil dipping sauce thing. At least it's spicy, not spicy, aka a droplet of hot sauce. Now it's pretty hot. It's a pretty spicy chicken. It would be great with a beer, actually. It'd be great with a nice cold mug of beer. Japchae from Bonchon, hello slaps. Ooh. Haven't been to Bonchon in a while though. Not bad. A little on the plain side, brings out the pork more so than anything. Not bad. There are a couple of good Korean barbecue places I've tried the last couple of months. First time I had japchae, I really didn't like it because it was just sweet. Oh. I think you really gotta go from you gotta try it different places. The variation for japchae kinda there's a pretty wide spectrum. Hey, thank you for the sub, GGP. Welcome to the Court of Fowl. You are now a member of the Illuminati. Grab a chair. There's we got a water cooler. But yeah, overall, honestly, Korean foods are really, I think I've gotten a much bigger appreciation for Korean food over the last year or two. Oh no, I didn't, because here's the thing, right? So, basically, I reformatted the PC. A bunch of the files and everything, I thought I had it all backed up and everything. I didn't. So, my OBS got completely screwed over. All my settings, I had to rebuild everything from scratch. Ergo, the new background that you're seeing here. So, also included in there was my settings for multi-streaming. Didn't have the time to include that for today's stream. So we're only doing YouTube today. Otherwise, I probably would have been able to get, you know, if I had a bit more time, I might have been able to include Twitch, but not today. I barely had enough time to get my notification and my alerts up, actually. I don't know why it's not doing a lot of the alerts now. Well, YouTube alerts have always been kind of slow. Twitch ones actually are a lot faster. Like hella faster. It's one of the reasons why I think Twitch is still a generally better platform to live stream on, because it's just so much more responsive. There is nothing like being able to communicate in almost real time with a streamer, you know? Whereas on YouTube, there is like a couple of seconds, if not like a minute delay, sometimes even, you know, when you're streaming on YouTube. You know, I'm probably getting your messages like close to half a minute, like 30 seconds late. Plus, people on Twitch can go to Twitch for live streams, so like YouTube. Yeah. All right, see ya, GGP. Thanks for dropping by. No problem. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it, and thanks again for the sub. Hope you enjoyed your time. You're always welcome here. Yeah, on YouTube, it is a little bit divided. You do have... I do feel like that you're not necessarily, as a streamer, you're not necessarily competing with YouTube videos, per se. Ah, missed you too, Nana. It's been like almost, like, a little bit over a week since I got to stream because of last week's debacle, but we're good, we're back. I do think, though, that Twitch streaming does still have its advantages, and there is a place for it. And that's why Twitch isn't really going away anytime soon until they like run out of money. Suppose Daddy Bezos decides to like, you know what? We're gonna shut down Twitch. But I think until that happens, fairly certain Twitch is gonna be around. As long as they, you know, as long as Amazon's plugging it up with money. Gonna get another bite. Take your time, Nana. Just remember to understand the concept more so than like the syntax. No problem, Nana. Just remember, when it comes to programming, imagine it as a flow. As a flowing river. All your ifs and elses and your cases and conditions, all of that, you're just redirecting the river. Visualize that and it might be easier. Anyway. I do wonder sometimes, though, like, programming is going to be a little, Unfortunately, learning dynamic memory allocation, as I'm slowly starting to understand. Oh, I see. So you're getting into the weedier parts of programming. Because if you're going into like dynamic memory allocation, that's a little bit more, you know, troublesome. You got this, though, Nana. You got this. Alright, go. Stop slacking, Nana. Stop delaying. Moving on to another topic. I am pretty thankful, though, that I managed to put together this stream in the time that I had. I was worried that the entire stream was just gonna be something like this. You know? I thought I was gonna have to stream just like this. Where I'm like, alright guys, so this is the stream. It's all we got. This is the only thing I was able to prepare, but I hope you guys are gonna be okay with this. Thankfully, I did have a little bit of extra time after work. Maybe like 45 minutes. So I was able to at least put something together. Put a couple scenes. And thanks to the amount of times I've had to rebuild my OBS like setup, it got a lot faster and faster. I'd be happy with the void speaking to me. Well, sounds like a peaceful deal. The void, when the void talks back, basically. Alright, let's try another piece of that spicy chicken. Let's go. That's tasty. Hot. Spicy but tasty. How would you guys have reacted if I just started the stream with a black screen? I think a lot of people would be dropping by still. It was just a plain old black screen. I did manage to find a bunch of my old assets though, but I had to put everything back together from scratch. By the way, I'm taking a couple bites in between. I want to get this food, as much of this food out of the way as possible. If said voice that Blackstream was talking, sure, I see. Welcome to me. Welcome Leon, welcome back. You would probably have drama? Really? Would there be drama just because... Alright guys, this is gonna be the stream, and I have a couple things I want to say. It's not easy, you know? Oh shit, there's actually people coming in. There's people coming in, guys. The screen is black, but there are people coming in. What's going on? So, a couple things I want to get off my chest. And that it's... I'm gonna go get myself another... Gonna get another drink. Kind of out of... They feel it in the force. There's a black screen stream going on! We gotta find it! Sparkler, it's like, controversy! And it's like that SpongeBob meme, where it's like just making the rainbow. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. Okay. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I swear though, people are coming in now ever since I started doing the black screen thing. What's up? Are there people like coming in like, why is it a black screen? What's going on? A bunch of people just kind of started sniffing the drama. Are there like just people, you know, detecting, and then they just come on over? But it's okay. We'll get by. We're allergic to drama here on this channel. You know? Sorry. Okay. I just realized I forgot. I started wolfing down my Korean food and totally forgot that they actually gave me like a bag of lettuce. Which now is just here. Like, it's a little bag of lettuce that's supposed to be like, yeah, you know, put your food in there. Say, yeah, you go, Lumi. Say no to drama. Let's go. I'm so glad I decided to delve into the VTuber rabbit hole. I see. Okay, so let's go have some, let me open these, let me open this little lettuce bag. See if it's good. It's a little wet bag. Oh dear. Smells alright, doesn't smell funky. Kodo did not do anything, controversial. Let's go try this lettuce on. If I end up dying, you guys know the reason why. The vegetables, and it's their entire agenda. It'd probably taste better if I had meat with it. There we go. Didn't take it for a veggie fiend. I love my fucking vegetables, man. It's fruits that I'm a little less excited for. You plop down almost any vegetable in front of me and I'll give it a try. I'll probably eat it. Maybe it was also just because of the way that I was raised. Like, you know, eat your vegetables. I'm like, alright, sure. And then I'm like, you know what? This ain't bad. I kind of like it. Never understood why people hated broccoli for some reason. Can't just be me. Anybody else ever, like, have that kind of... Who else was, like, exposed to that whole, broccoli's nasty and stuff, like, growing up? Because... I don't know why, there was always, like, I don't know if it was, like, cartoons or whatever or something, it's like, broccoli is nasty and kids don't like it. And I'm like, bruh, broccoli fucking slaps. Like, have you tried, like, Chinese beef and broccoli? That shit's fucking amazing. Like, holy hell, I'm gonna get myself several bowls of rice just to wolf that shit down. Beef and broccoli. Oh, so good. You know? Or hell, grilled. Like, give me some, like, nice grilled broccoli, too. It's like, oh. Broccoli gets so much hate. I don't understand it. Or at least it used to. I don't know if that's still the case now, but, like, I remember growing up with, like, broccoli's nasty. Fuck you guys. Broccoli's great. Same thing with Brussels sprouts, actually. I think those are, like, the two most, like, hated, quote-unquote, hated vegetables. Brussels sprouts, broccoli. Those two. As a kid, my grandma used to make cheesy broccoli that was so good. Ooh. Store-bought stuff is shit, to be honest. Yeah, I think it can also come down to, like, preparation, you know? Like, there are ways to make shitty broccoli. You know, you can make broccoli taste like shit if you don't know how to work with it. And I guess, you know, that a lot of the hate just probably comes down to, like, people not knowing how to treat broccoli right. Because I feel like even steamed broccoli is actually good, you know? Like, I don't understand how... Like, I'm pretty sure there's a way to make broccoli bad, but I don't know how to do it. Because I've only ever, like... Maybe it's undercooked broccoli, you know? Maybe it's broccoli that just was not steamed enough and it's just, like, practically grass. Like, there is that line that you have to steam it to a certain point where it's like, okay, this is good. And then there's also, you can also cross that line a little bit too far where it gets too soft. You overboil it, don't season it, and it's a mushy grayish mess. That is probably true. I have never had the heart to try and do that to my own broccoli. I actually don't even like boiling broccoli in general. I like to steam my broccoli. You know? Especially, like, usually I would have broccoli, like I said, with, like, beef and broccoli, right? Like, Chinese beef and broccoli. I would typically have this, like, a steamer basket add-on with my rice cooker. So it's like, you have your rice cooker, right? And then you have, like, a lid on top of it. So mine came with, like, the steamer add-on where you put it on top of the rice cooker, and then you can put the lid on top of that. And what I would usually do with that is, once the rice is kind of like, oh, the rice is almost done, right? I would just put the steamer basket on, put my broccoli in there, slap the lid, then let the whole thing just kind of steam until I'm ready to use the broccoli with the beef, right? So once that's in there, once the broccoli starts steaming, that's when I head over to, like, my pan and I start preparing the beef, you know, get that oyster sauce, get that, what do you call that? Cornstarch and everything, just to make your beef and sauce. And then when that's ready, usually that's when the broccoli is also nice and steamed enough. Then I grab it, toss it in, you know, give it one last pass to really incorporate that broccoli with the beef. And then bam, serve. All that stuff from the broccoli doesn't go to waste either. It's in your rice now. You're not losing nutrients. Good times. Should probably put that on the menu for next week's food. Next time I do groceries. Yeah. I actually ordered food tonight. I actually had some food that I was ready to cook, but I'm like, man, I don't have the time. Like, I need to prepare stream. I need to make sure that all of the OBS assets and stuff is ready. But, you know, I still also, and then there's also cooking. So I don't have enough time for both. I only have like an hour-ish from end of work until start of stream. And not to mention work went like overtime for like 15 minutes. So that was a thing. But all in all, I think it went all right. You know, we're here, we're good, we're talking. I have my lettuce here. I'm gonna fold a bunch, get a bit of rice, put that in the lettuce. Yeah, make a nice little bed of rice on that. Then get some of my pork, grab slice, dip it in that bean sauce, slap it on there, grab a fish cake, fold it in like a nice to tuck in your meat, wrap the whole thing over. Bon appetit. That's nice. Oh, hold on. By the way, guys, what vegetable is probably your favorite? What would you consider your favorite veg? And you kind of went on a bit of a tangent when it comes to vegetables. Broccoli's nice. Looks like everybody seems to be on board with it. But what would you consider your favorite? green beans. Ah, interesting. First thing that comes to mind for green beans is like stir fries. Welcome, Ferd. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Things are a little bit lackluster for today. I barely managed to get stream set up, so don't mind the lack of furniture or the kind of messy background. I keep accidentally giving you members on other channels. Nani? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand. You like green beans on their own? Ooh, interesting. Also, we're having a talk about vegetables. Do you like vegetables, Ferd? Or are you one of those, are you like a veggie hater? Where do you stand? Favorite veggie? Got no particular favorite, though I enjoy roasted green onions. Ooh. And black beans. I see, I see. How do I feel about bitter veggies? I'm fine with it. Bitter veggies are fine. I think you can still cook them to make them a little bit less bitter, if that's, you know, your thing. But definitely you can... I'm fine with it. I'm good. You love a lot of veggies and hate many more. I see. It's a mixed bag, I suppose. It can be a mixed bag. Roasted green onions. I suddenly remembered like this one, what do you call it? When I was in Japan last, around the New Year's before the last one, right? Between 2022, 2023. I went to this yakitori place that was near my hotel. Ordered some, what do you call that? The chicken and leek. And holy shit. I have never tasted green onions or like the leek taste so much like meat. I could not get enough of it. I had never tasted, you know, the leeks prepared that way before. Jesus, I want some more. So, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, green beans, onions. Ooh, I see, I see. Asparagus is another nice one. I do feel like that asparagus is something that is also, what do you call that? Is also something that got a little bit of hate for a while. At least based on wherever I was. Do you have low or high spice tolerance? I'd like to think I have a relatively high spice tolerance. As long as I'm like, you know, as long as I know that it's coming. Because I can get caught off guard. I kind of need to mentally prepare myself for the spice. And that's why, like, when that chicken caught me off guard the first time, I'm like, oh, that's kind of hot. Asparagus is something I hate personally. Annoying to eat and doesn't taste very good. I see. Usually, like, most of the time when I have asparagus, it's like wrapped in bacon, so I can't say if I actually like asparagus or if I just really like bacon. Yeah. I'm gonna take another bite. A little food bite. Take another from that spicy chicken. Little fish cake. Okay. Worst part, the bathroom smell afterwards? Huh. I have never observed what my bathroom smells like after asparagus. I might have to take note of that next time I have broccoli. Oh, sorry, asparagus. Because I haven't really had any bad experiences or, like, you know, bathroom experiences after asparagus. Not exactly something that crosses into my palate very often. Natto. I've actually tried natto once. I've tried it once. I was at this Japanese restaurant nearby, and I saw it was on the menu. Asparagus piss smells horrible. Ooh, okay, duly noted. I'll try to remember it next time. But yeah, I saw natto on the menu of this Japanese restaurant, and I'm like, you know what? I rarely see this on the menu of any place, so I figured I'd give it a try. And I did. And I had regrets. Like, I have no doubt that there is a part of it that is nice, but it's just very, very difficult to get through. And I do understand how it's an acquired taste for sure, because man, does it not like you right at the very beginning, you know? Like if I were a lesser man, if I were just slightly a lesser man than I am now, as far as like, you know, my willingness to try different food goes, I might have been able to like just throw up, or at the very least spit it out. But I was able to kind of eat it, and I was just, you know what? It was fighting me on the way, but I did not want to disrespect the food, so I'm just like, you know what? I'll finish it. Go ahead. I'm not gonna enjoy it, but I'm gonna respect it, and I want to give it another try. Because it's one of those. All right. So the one thing about me, right, is that I used to be very picky with food until like I started getting older, and I started to kind of appreciate, you know, food that I maybe didn't like when I was younger. And as much as possible, I try to give food like a second, third, fourth chance. The same way that I keep giving Ajisen ramen a try every single time, but it disappoints. I've given that restaurant like 3-4 tries. Still don't like it. I still feel like it's very mediocre ramen. Anyway, them aside, I've tried liver again, like as food. Still not the biggest fan. Still don't quite like it. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't like eating this, so I'm gonna like pick it out. I feel the same way about ketchup as well, where I'm like, if it's already there, sometimes it's okay to say that's bad and I don't like it. Yeah. For me though, I just feel like, you know, I want to appreciate food, a lot of food. Liver requires a good cook. So I've been told. You know, I've been told that liver requires a little bit of extra attention, and that it's very, very easy to fuck it up. So I am hoping that one day, I haven't given up on it, that maybe one day if somebody can find me a place that prepares really good liver, then by all means, let me go, right? I want to give it a try. I want to be able to enjoy it. Which is why I'll probably give like black licorice another try. Because when I was in Denmark like a couple years ago, my office mates, you know, co-workers of the Danish variety were like, oh, you should try this. You should try this. And they gave me like this little black candy that was like dusted in a very in a fine white powder. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? This is what is this? Like black licorice. Okay, cool. I put it in my mouth. I am punched in the face by some salt, and then the bitterness just starts bleeding through, and I'm chewing it. I'm like, it's getting worse. How is this thing getting worse the more I chew it? Frog's legs are just annoying to eat. I want to try frog's legs. I've never tried swordfish. I love snails. Snails are great. I love a good snail prepared right. They can, if you overcook snails, though, they do get a little annoying because it gets like really chewy and it's just not fun anymore. So it has to be like just that perfect consistency where it's not overcooked. Overcooked snail is just, you know? But otherwise, good stuff, good stuff. But yeah, I don't like being picky. Like, as much as possible, I want to try all sorts of foods. It's just all the small veins you have to chew around with frog leg. Oh, really? I see, I see. I've heard it tastes kind of like chicken. Oh, I'm also curious about trying gator. I've heard that gator, that gator tastes like seafood chicken, kinda. So I'm kind of curious about that too. I want to give gator a try someday. And maybe ostrich. I've also heard ostrich is pretty alright. So those are some of the things I've been curious about. Frog's legs. Swordfish sounds interesting, although I feel like it's fish. I can't be too much of a difference between different types of fish. I mean, I suppose there's a variety, but like, I feel like it's not as wide a gap of big of a gap between fish groups. Ostrich is pretty good. I see. Yeah, I haven't tried it. I want to give it a go. Swordfish is like steak. Oh, as in like it's like a red meat, closer to like a red meat. Is that what you're saying? Because I've honestly never even realized that you could eat swordfish. Hadn't thought about it. Most curious. How about the rest of you, chat? Do you have any particular food item that you've been curious about, but you haven't really, you know, either due to circumstances or maybe not quite feeling it yet? Like food items that you want to try but haven't? I remember I was super curious about horse. And then I actually got to try when I was in Denmark. I think but they were serving it in like very thin slices. I think it was like part of an appetizer. It was alright. Not exactly, I don't know, not overly exciting, I suppose. It was kind of underwhelming. Although I don't know if that's the only way that you can eat, like, you know, that you can have horse. Maybe other places would have it better, I bet. Ostrich is one of the things I'm super curious about, though. And not just like ostrich, it's just not just like ostrich meat, but I'm also curious about trying ostrich egg. I'm a pretty big egg fan in general, so I'm very curious about trying out an ostrich egg. I mean, just the novelty of it, like a giant ass egg. I wonder how many normal eggs that's worth. How many eggs? How big? Special luxury food. But what's that equivalent? An ostrich egg is surprisingly hard to crack, that's for sure. Ah. Well, I mean, I would imagine it has to. Of that size, it definitely should be a tougher egg. I'm also very curious about. Oh, actually, no, not really curious about. But have you guys tried quail eggs? Quail eggs are also pretty nice, actually. Those are pretty fun eggs to have. Because it's pretty popular over here, where you have like a bunch of, where people can sell you like an entire, like a string of quail eggs, usually in around like 5-6 pieces. They're pretty fun. They're like cute little tiny eggs. And then the most popular way that they're usually served, though, is like you get like a hard-boiled quail egg, right? You get a bunch of them. They're all hard-boiled. Then you put them like in this batter, and then you skewer them. So you have like a stick now of quail eggs covered in batter. Then you deep fry that sucker. Then once it's fully fried, you pull it out. Hell yeah! Dip that in some spiced vinegar. Take a bite. Good shit. Raw milk. What do you mean by raw milk? As in like straight out of a cow? Like fresh off a cow? Unpasteurized in its full natural state? Unsullied by the hands of man? That raw of a milk? Like practically right out of a cow's titty? How raw a milk do you mean by raw milk? I'm very curious, Ferd. Or is that like some kind of euphemism for something else? Strained and stuff, of course. So just normal milk. Just not cooked. Oh. Okay. So basically just like, so it is just very fresh milk. Like cleaned, but like still just very fresh. I don't think I have. Because I haven't been to a farm that I haven't been to like a cow farm that has milk. So I don't think so, no. I am very curious. It's the best? I see. I can imagine. Although I'm the kind of person that likes really cold milk. I don't know how that would check out, but I like cold milk. Cold milk and a warm cookie. That is a safe space for me. Cold glass of milk and a warm cookie. You can still cool it. I want to give that a try. I'll try to see if I can find like any places where I can kind of get some fresh milk. Raw milk. It does. It is amazing, Brezu. It doesn't just sound amazing. It is. Imagine it's a relatively cool night. You're feeling a little peckish. You find out you have some cookies that you can heat up. You warm them up. You get a nice cold glass. Get some cold milk into it. Take a bite out of that cookie. Then glug that milk down. Man, that is the shit. And after you have that nice warm cookie bite, you can also try to dunk that cookie into the milk, take another bite. Amazing. And then when you're finally out of cookies and you just have a little bit of milk left, you stir that around, let the little cookie bits all the cookie crumbs that have been falling into your milk, stir that in, then drink that cookie infested milk like it was the last thing on earth. Mmm, cookie milk. Milk's amazing, honestly. But sometimes I do wonder. I just open a jar of milk, slide your finger across the top and the taste of the cream, and shake it up. Ooh. And don't forget the third dunk where most of the cookie crumbles whilst you are left with the crumbs. Sometimes the cookie will crumble, but know that at the end of times that cookie crumb will return to you when the milk is nearly through. Just remember, even if it falls to the milk, it will still return. It only delays the inevitable. God damn it, that is just how the way the cookie crumbles. Man. Cookies. The prophecy. And so the cookie says, and so the cookie crumbles. Ah. Okay. Man. What are your actual comfort food, guys? It's like, what is the kind of food? Like, what is, like, maybe not snack meal kind of thing? I take that over the cookie clicker prophecy. Oh man, I remember when cookie clicker was everywhere, and I got into it, and I regret every moment of it, and I know that those are moments of my life that I can never take back. But that's the last I will talk of cookie clicker. I do not wish to return. But yeah, you guys have your comfort foods? Like the kind of food where if you're having a bad time, that is suddenly the thing you want to crave, that just kind of puts you, it puts you at ease. Because I definitely feel like a warm chocolate chip cookie is perfect. Like a nice warm chocolate chip cookie and a cold glass of milk is one of my best comfort foods. That's not untrue. Yeah, we are all guilty of hubris. Hubris, I say. I'm gonna take the last piece of Korean chicken. This shit's kind of hot, but once you get used to it, pretty good. We have no such thing as weird food takes first. If we have room for Nutega, we have room for anything. Gochujang noodles? Huh. Let me try looking that up real quick. Kind of curious. Like I said, I'm a very curious person when it comes to food. Oh shit, that looks nice. Holy shit. Oh. And with a fried egg on top? Oh, that looks amazing, Nito. Green bean casserole. I think I might have heard of it. It sounds familiar. Let's take a look. Huh. It looks good. It looks like there's also a lot of different ways to prep it, too. Oh, it looks like my jam, though. Green bean casserole, it does look like my jam. Like, especially if it has, like, a little bit of crunch to it. Oh. Not, what was that? Not the easiest thing to make when you need comfort, but a potato stew with meatballs made from sausage stuffing. Ah. Oh, that sounds very, very warm and cozy. That sounds nice and cozy, but like it's nice and thick and hearty, and you're just like, man, I just want to be eating here with my stew. That does sound very comforting, though. Arroz con leche is comforting on rough days. Let me check. That sounds familiar. But then again, I know a lot of like arroz dishes. Oh, this looks nice too. Sweet, a nice little sweet treat. Yeah. It actually kind of, I feel like this might be a precursor to one of the dishes that I grew up with. It's like a, what do you call that? We call it champurrado. It's basically like a, imagine it's like a dessert congee, kind of. It's rice, but it's like usually what do you call that? It's like chocolate flavored. It's real nice though. Not my favorite thing, but I like it enough. It does seem like this, but if it were chocolate rather than like cinnamon. You guys have really awesome stuff. And I really want to get around to trying a lot of these things. I do think that I'd love to have a really, really big kitchen next time I move. Have a nice big enough kitchen so we can do fucking cooking stream, guys. I really want to do, like, I want to take the stuff you guys have been telling me about and just make it, you know? Get a nice recipe, get as close to it as I possibly can, given, you know, local ingredients, and then just make stuff. Oh, you know, we might even like depending on like budget and everything, we might be able to do that like maybe once every couple of weeks, you know? I feel like food is one of the things that can really bring people together. Like if you're, especially if you're very, what do you call that? If you have like a lot of different, if you're a person who isn't too picky, then food is one of the best ways to really appreciate like a different culture. And it's one of the things that I'm always excited about when I visit a new place. You go to a new place, you're like, man, okay, where are all the good food spots? Show me all the nice food places. Show me all the food places on the street. Food talk is amazing and is tasting new things. Which is why sometimes, like, in as much as it can also be, like, it can cause some despair, you know? Like, I'm the type who's like, hey, this place is new. It's a new restaurant or something. You know what? Let's give it a try. Let's give this new restaurant a try. Sometimes it'll suck. Sometimes it's gonna be like, man, I wasted food. I wasted money. But it was worth a try. Other times you're like, holy shit, this place is amazing. The food here is unlike anything I've ever had. And sometimes you gotta take that risk. And I am that kind of risk taker. You know? Sometimes it's not just, oh, this food sucks. Sometimes it's like, oh man, I am now king of this porcelain throne for hours. You know? Sometimes it will have you just kind of sitting on your toilet for hours contemplating why you did what you did. But at the end of the day, you're like, if no one does it, who will? Every experience that doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And this meal, it will not slay me. But of course I have my limits too. I don't know if I would ever have the balls to actually try fugu. I've thought about it a lot of times, and I kind of seesaw every now and again, you know, about my opinion on it. about whether or not you would be willing to try fugu, you know? And sometimes I would be like, you know what? I feel pretty brave. I think I'll try that puffer fish. Sometimes it's like, man, I don't wanna fuck around and find out. You know? There's a certain Yugoslavian restaurant where I grew up that I hold a certain fondness for, especially for the food. Ooh. I actually don't know what Yugoslavian cuisine is like. Huh. Honestly, I do want to go on like a food trip. Just go around the world, try different kinds of foods. Because I do feel that the world has a lot to offer. You know, a lot of places that seem very unassuming, or places you wouldn't really think of, and then you find out they have some real banger cuisine. Yeah. Sounds like a fun time. If I ever end up, chat, being able to like turn content creation into like a full-time thing, and I am able to sustain myself and get myself enough of a budget to be able to do food travel stuff, I would love to be able to, you know, make videos of just like, hey guys, we're trying different kinds of food today, just to share with you all the different kinds of food that people might not necessarily be thinking about. I got into trucking. Was to try food across the states. Ooh, that's actually a super fun kind of idea where, being a trucker, getting into trucking, you get to be in all sorts of different places, and you have the perfect opportunity to try different kinds of food. It's the perfect It's the perfect opportunity, I would say. It is a wonderful reason though. Food travel blog? Yeah. Honestly, it is. It's gonna be part of the lore. Because food is amazing, guys. You know? Especially if you have the chance to also try and, you know, like, understand the culture behind it. Food trucker? Oh god, space trucking was so terrible. I was such a terrible space trucker. It was sights and food for me, yeah. I don't blame you for that. It's honestly a very compelling reason to take a kind of job where you are traveling. Sure, it has its drawbacks for sure. But being able to try different kinds of food and experience all these new sights and experiences, if you are the person who enjoys that, then that is going to be worth the cons for sure. Okay, let me just do a little cleanup. Gonna put away the dipping sauces, and also make sure not to accidentally throw away these Studio Ghibli chopsticks, which are super cute, by the way. They're like black and have these little like a pattern at the edge as a pear. I'll see if I can find like a photo for you guys eventually. But yeah, you know, getting around, trying different places, it's gonna be super fun. And I'm hoping that, you know, one day I'll be able to do that, to do just that, and be able to share all of that with you. And then also try the experiment. I posted a couple mountain pics in Kota's Discord. Ooh. Interesting. All the greatest mountains. Love being in the Rockies. Ooh, never been, but I definitely one of the places that I want to kind of be able to see in person. I've mostly never been able to really like get outside of the West Coast during my stay in the US. Mostly stayed LA, San Francisco, Sometimes we would drive up to Reno every now and again. Sometimes we would also drive out to Vegas. Yeah. Mostly California. I think. Let me try. I'm trying to remember the name. Trying to remember the name of the place. I'm pretty sure I've been in Arizona. I just don't remember where. Let me have a look at the places in Arizona. Just can't remember where it was. And it was like maybe just once or twice when we went there. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we were just in Glendale. And I remember one time we also took a drive to Santa Fe. That was fun. Can't stand being in the coasts. I see. What is it about the coasts? Oregon ain't so bad. Just gotta fight bears every now and then. I see. Is that like a requirement? If you're in Oregon, that you gotta know how to do bear jujitsu? Or is that like optional? Cause like I don't know if I have my bear jujitsu license up to spec. Might have to reconsider. It's just the bare necessities. It is required since it's mostly bear territory. I see. People on the coast are typically not my type. Oh yeah, I get that. Okay. I can understand that train of thought. Bear jujitsu? Why? What's wrong, Bez? Do you not know your bear jujitsu? It's like one of the most respected forms of jujitsu. Kuma Jujitsu. Yeah. It's super respectable. I do not, sadly. It's okay. You can, it's not that hard to take classes for Kuma Jujitsu. Just the land variant of fish karate, no worries. Yeah. I kind of miss San Francisco, though. I kind of miss my my days of in the rather occasionally frigid San Francisco, where it doesn't really snow a lot, but goddamn, the hail's gonna kill you sometimes. Oregon is extremely pretty. I mean, it is bear country. I would imagine that it must be. It must be. Huh. I know the state of Oregon, but I'm trying to remember, where is that place? Where is Oregon geographically? Oh, right, yeah, just north. North of California. Yeah. But seriously, Oregon is really pretty if you find the right places. I personally have never been. But I am curious now. I hadn't thought of Oregon, like it wasn't a state that really crossed my mind before. But after hearing you two talk about it, I think it might be, might be a nice place to visit. If I ever get the opportunity to visit the US of A again. It does look very, what do you call that though? Like a nice little vacationing spot. Does make me wonder. Ooh. Looking at some of the photos. Oh, that is kind of pretty. Quite pretty. But yeah. Good times. Just be ready for rain. Ah. So it's that kind of place. I have heard though as well that, what's this? That the Vancouver area is rather wet. So I imagine that Oregon not that far away, just Washington standing between them can also get equally wet. It is that a bit further up on the equator now, isn't it? Yeah. Although I imagine that might have something to do more with the geography of the mountains rather than the specific latitude. Okay. Now that I'm actually done with my food, I'm not 100% sure what we can talk about next. We talked about different vacationing spots, really. And I guess what do you call it? We can probably move on for a little brief. Yep, it's mountain fuckery. I see. Should have figured. It's always the goddamn mountains. One of the things that actually fascinates me the most, though, about like the US as a country is just how fucking wide it is, and how you have so many different experiences across this massive landmass, and how every state can be its own little quirky thing, and that I guess for the most part, you know, a lot of people outside of the state don't really know. Like, outside of, like, maybe the major places that people visit all the time. You know, your LAs, your Houstons, your New Yorks, your Seattles, your Miamis. There are a lot of places that I imagine, like, don't really get, you know, a lot of attention or visited, or people really know anything about. And it's really hard to, like, I feel like it's really hard as well to just even get like a really good like vibe for the whole country. Bro, from the Midwest, it's so annoying. We're called flyover states. Oh, I see. But like imagine your average United States citizen, right? Your average red-blooded American citizen. Just how many places in their lifetime would they really be able to like visit within just the continental United States? Right? Like, the thought to me is there is so much to see that you can't. I feel like it's very challenging to be able to have like a full American experience, like all around the states. I suppose it is easy to travel, but like, imagine your average Joe Schmo, right? Like, how often are you gonna really be able to like go out there? Take a summer vacation and drive for a bit? True. I don't know. I guess in my mind, it just seems like it's like the U.S. seems like such a big place that I can't imagine myself, like, if I lived there, like, just how often am I going to be able to like go around and actually like visit a state, and like eventually, like, how long would it take for me to like be able to experience the different states? It's actually really easy and cheap if you want it to be. I see. I suppose it is different though if you are if you are someone in the States and you know what the situation is like. But for me, like someone who hasn't really who hasn't properly lived in the US, it seems like such a daunting idea. Like where to go and like getting there and just, you know, it just seems so big. And that's what she said. And we're not even talking about Alaska and Hawaii, you know? Like I'm looking at a map now and I'm looking at, oh yeah, I forgot Alaska's a thing. I mean, that's why I kind of feel it is similar to Europe, but without the language barriers. The US and EU are similar in size. Oh, that's fair. That's why road trips are a big thing, mostly in the US of A. Ah, that's fair. That is true. The road trip culture is pretty strong in the US, and why there are a lot of people that are really into like motorhomes, I suppose. The popularity of the motorhome, your RVs and your motor coaches, just to be able to live on the road and go wherever the hell you want. I can see why that kind of lifestyle would catch on pretty, pretty quickly. And how it actually seems like a very feasible way to go. We have roads that go directly across the states. Right! I remember that kind of comes at a price though. One thing that I think kind of come across as far as like my reading and understanding goes is that it is a very road-oriented country, right? Like you can drive anywhere, but at the cost apparently of the railway. That the railway system is what suffers as a result, because everybody's like, you can just drive there. And so public railways are just like, eh. Is it true that I heard that the trains generally suck in the US? Like, generally speaking, the trains suck. I think the road orientation is more of a fault of automotive lobby than anything else. Hadn't thought about that. I suppose there would be a lot of like incentive for certain industries I can think of that can lead to the preference for cars. Not entirely true. Most people just prefer cars. I can see that, but I can also imagine that in certain places, having a car just isn't like ideal. And that having like a proper working like rail system would help so much. You know? Like I can imagine that's why like the New York subway probably gets a lot of like, you know, cultural attention because of some of the weird shit that goes down in them New York subway systems. Also, we have 2 major bus routes and trains. But are they good? I can imagine the buses being good. I love a good like bus ride actually. Trains, that one I'm a little less certain about. And from what I heard, mixed residential and commercial zoning is basically non-existent. Huh. That I'm wondering like what kind of impact that would have. Because I haven't been like to... The trains are very nice. I see. And maybe it's just been a while since, since I've gotten any update on the US railways. Because like, like I haven't been in the US in a very long time, so I have no idea what it's like now. As far as like, you know, like to live there and like the day-to-day life. So I'm not sure. It's been a very long time. So in more recent memory, like in my mind, is like my trips to Japan, where the train system is absolutely impeccable. You know, I've said this before, but like in Tokyo, if a train says it's arriving at 3:47, you can bet your ass that the train is arriving at exactly 3:47. You know? That's what made navigating through Tokyo like such a breeze. Because even if you don't really like know, even if you don't know like the full routes, you can Google it, and you're like, yeah, Google says the train's gonna get here in like 5:13. Gonna get here at 5:13. Yeah, let's be there by 5:13 because this is gonna arrive at that time. And it's so efficient. Scarily so sometimes. I'd like to take a scenic trip on a train. So many different climates of America to explore. Ah, yeah. I kind of want to go through a similar thing. German trains are a pain? Huh. Like in what way? In what way are German trains a pain? One of the things I want to do, actually, one of the things on my bucket list is basically to follow JoJo Part 7. Let me look it up. I see. What is it about German trains? They regularly arrive late or get cancelled randomly. Oof. Wait, hang on. Where is... Why is it that I can see a map of Part 3, JoJo, but I don't see a map of Part 7? Come on. Come on, Google, don't fail. Oh no, sorry, I was checking DuckDuckGo. Maybe Google will have it. JoJo Part 7. Oh, shoot. Maybe if I put Steel Ball Run instead. Okay, here we go. Somebody made a Steel Ball Run map based on Disco Battles. Okay, there we go. So, I certainly do love the announcement of delays on top of the delay as well. Ooh. Ooh, that sounds bad. Neffy, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We finished eating Korean food a little bit earlier. Now we're talking about, well, the United States road and rail system. And also Europe's rail system. Apparently Germany has it pretty bad. And I was just talking about how one of the things I want to do is basically to do a, what do you call that? To do a, kind of like replicating the journey in Steel Ball Run. No, we're talking about passenger rail, Neffy. Passenger rail. Although I've been told that a lot of the rail is mostly for freight. Although a big plus is that you can get anywhere per train mostly. Ah. Okay, so I want to do the. Okay, let me. I wanna show this map to you guys. I have not yet finished reading Part 7, so I'm gonna try to avoid showing too much. Save image as. And downloads. Is it even gonna show up? Show image. Downloads. There it is. So yeah, this is the map of the journey of Steel Ball Run, Part 7 JoJo. I kind of want to go through this. I want to, although not necessarily on horseback, I suppose. I don't think riding on horseback and across the United States is advisable. It's expensive and slow, but we have rail in between states. I see. I see. Yeah, look at that. I want to be able to do this. Travel across the continental United States, following The Steel Ball Run story. You guys have those kind of things too? Like in certain like shows where we're actually traveling through different parts. Well, riding that long would certainly do a number on your lower half. On my horse? But yeah. What are other shows that have like, hey, you can actually follow the journey of what do you call that, of this so and so character? Because I know they also did that for part 5. Nothing, I was just clarifying. Just clarifying. Better to be, you know, to be sure and not be misunderstood, yes? Huh. Also, wait, actually, no, before, instead of part 5, I'll show you guys this other map instead. So this is from JoJo Part 3, where, you know, they traveled across, where they traveled from Japan. So you can see the starting point of like the plane. I don't know, can you guys see my, I don't think you can see my cursor, do you? Books, I got tons. Ooh. But yeah, you can travel from plane. Then they got shot down the plane, then they took a boat, then they passed through, and then eventually into Egypt. I want no cursor? I see. I'd have to just figure this part out then, I suppose. It's fine. Ostrich riding wouldn't be easier. Oh man, ostrich riding throughout all of Asia would be... sounds like a fun anime anyway. But yeah. Huh. I do wonder though sometimes, like, how much research goes into that kind of, like, show where they're figuring out, okay, is it reasonable to travel from this location to this location in this amount of time? Like around the world, was it around the world in something days? Around the world in 80 days. There we go. That was what I was trying to remember. Like, is that... Huh. I actually realized I don't think I've ever read this. The writer of JoJo supposedly has done a lot of travel, which I really respect compared to some shows which depict places purely off stereotype. Oh, that's true. That can happen a lot in anime, usually. But I'm glad that at least, you know... shoot, what was his name? Araki, there we go. Hirohiko Araki, that he takes the time to travel. It's honestly quite impressive, though, just how much of a cultural landmark JoJo has become in anime. Huh. Oh, by the way, just to kind of update you guys, like, just to also share, don't get me started on Japan's depiction of black people in media. Yeah... I feel like Japan is... Here's the thing that I kind of... the way that I am, like, kind of looking at it. I do feel like Japan has a lot of room to grow in that area. But it is also... a lot of it does stem from the fact that they are a very insular culture. Japan's fascination with Germany and older Germany. Oh yeah, that's true. Let's not talk about, what do you call that? Italia. Apparently that's also kind of gotten a lot of attention over the years. Because it just seems like Japan, like there are a lot of, I think like authors, I suppose, mangaka, that kind of just really play it very loose. You know, like they're very nonchalant when it comes to depicting real life things in media. You know? And I don't think it's necessarily restricted to just certain, what do you call that? To certain problematic things. Slavery and Isekai has been a wild ride because of all of this. But like, I mean, think about it this way, right? On one hand, yes, it is like there are certain problematic things that are kind of done in anime, but at the same time, we have something like Saint Youngmen. And if you're not familiar with what Saint Youngmen is, you might have seen it in like in memes or some stuff in general. But it's honestly super funny. And let me just pull that image in. Yeah, this. It's basically just Buddha and Jesus hanging out like bros. So it's, you know, this is, what do you call it? Like, they have this too. They're very nonchalant about, like, just depicting anything. Because I feel like for them, it's almost normalized that, hey, we're gonna adapt this thing into anime. You know? And it's like, yeah, it's normal. Just a thing that we do. We're not particularly, you know, we're not particularly picky about depicting things in anime in however ways we need to or want to. So you have, because even in their own thing, like they do it even with their own culture. So it's not like they're just singling out like foreign, what do you call it? Foreign like cultural icons. They do it for themselves too. That's why we have like in the Persona games, we have like iterations of Amaterasu or Susanoo. They aren't taught what they did. I suppose so. I don't know what the Japanese curriculum is like. But I do feel like that when it comes to like Japanese like kind of portraying things in pop culture, it's not just like, you know, they're not just depicting Jesus and Buddha for the heck of it just because they're not Japanese per se, because they even do it with their own culture. They do it a lot, you know, from their historical figures to all the way down to like, you know, their old deities. So it's like, I don't think it's really something strange from their perspective, because for them it's just another piece of like, you know, culture that they're adapting into a different medium. So I don't always think necessarily that it's done from like a place of like malice. I think it is mostly just like maybe from a place of ignorance, that they don't know necessarily always what the connotation of this one thing is, or they don't see it as something inherently super serious. And I feel like that in itself is kind of equally... No, not that. I meant about a very specific area. They bring up old Germany, but no, some refuse to know about World War II. I see. I do think that like the entire World War II like historical stuff that needs to be remembered and whatnot, I feel like that is like a tricky situation, right? Like it's fairly easy for, let's say, you know, for other countries that in order to kind of bring up certain aspects of history. But when it comes to like historical facts and, you know, stuff about one's own country and culture, it gets a little bit more muddy, I would say, you know? because I do feel like it can be very difficult as a culture to start, to really acknowledge all the nasty things that you have been through and or have done. And I think we just need to keep trying to do better, really. And in some cases I would imagine it is difficult for some. It's more about them talking about everyone else without taking any blame whatsoever. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's why I say that it's easier for people to talk about others rather than themselves. America is forced to own it up all the time. I don't know. I feel like it is a mixed bag as well when it comes to the US, where there is a strong kind of like, I feel like there's a lot of, from what I've read and seen, there's a lot of sentiment about kind of not wanting to own up to some things, or at least, or even not necessarily own up, but like acknowledge, I suppose, for some things. But I feel like that's a bit more varied, depending on where you are, and because with the US being such a big place, I do feel like the sentiment for that is very across the board. Every country yells at us all the time. I get that. I do feel like, again, it's less. I feel like it's one thing for other people asking one country for accountability or other stuff, or saying, pinpointing this and that. And it's different when the country itself is kind of like the one that's trying to kind of be the first one to make a move, so to speak. So yeah, I feel like it is like a bit of a mixed bag depending on where you are. Especially when it comes to, a place as big as the US, where you have the continental United States, you have Hawaii, you have Alaska, and you have several other locations. So the experience, I feel, in the US specifically, can be much more across the board, if you will, compared to, say, a place as small as, geographically small as, like, the United Kingdom, for example, where, in the UK, it's a much smaller place, so you have, like, less variance, I feel, in terms of, like, the, like, sentiment, I suppose. Each country has a way of hiding their dark history. Yeah, it is. Like, and even recently, like, the way, like, the things happening in Canada as well, Like, I think, what was that thing I heard about, like, a school and, like, burying of, like, natives and stuff? So that's something that resurfaced, like, quite recently, and a lot of people are making quite the talk about it, because it is something that I feel like needs to be, like, shown some attention. Otherwise, it would just be, like, forgotten. I just hate the self-hate of America I see everywhere. I think it's definitely something to kind of, like, there is, I feel like, a line between a self-hate and understanding when your country has done things that it needs to acknowledge. So there's, like, a fine line between that. But yeah, there's a lot of, there's a lot of, like, that cultural things going on. And I feel like that's kind of the state of the world today. It's something that we need to work ourselves through, I feel like now more so than ever, we're starting to become more aware of things that are happening, and that things that we need to kind of work through, that we might not necessarily have been kind of, seeing for some time. But I think, I think as long as we let cooler heads prevail, I think we can work it out. I just do feel that a lot of people are that there are a lot of people kind of just feeling like they've had enough. And I can understand that kind of sentiment where if you feel like, it's just bad shit all the time. But at the same time, we need to make sure that no matter what, we kind of need to be able to keep ourselves steady. And that it's something that we need to do, not just for our sake, but for, for everybody. We could afford to be a little less angry all the time, I think. Overall. Not over anything specific, but I do think that we can all stand to be a little less angry, a little less, and maybe a little bit more understanding and a little bit more willing to listen. But hey, what can I do? Anger sells more often, so I guess that's what a lot of, people are clinging on to. Whether it be in geopolitics or even here in the VTubing sphere, Clicks are more driven, people are more ready to click things if they are angry than if they're, than if they're happy. I agree, I wish history was history. Yeah. But let's not, let's always just remember, though, that sometimes history is still our present. Yeah. But yeah, we can all stand to be nicer to each other, I think. I do feel like that a lot of people have gotten a little too carried away with just, trying to pick up a cause and then just being angry about it. Yes, there are causes that are worth fighting for, but I do also think that we need to also care for ourselves personally as individuals, because there can only be we can only carry around so much anger and and negativity. It's not healthy. We need to be able to kind of unwind and just kind of remember that good things also exist. And that there are things to be happy about. And I hope that you guys, get to have that moment more often, That you have more moments where you're reminded that, you know what? Life isn't always a shithole. It might seem like that sometimes, but it isn't. There are people who care about you, and there are good experiences to be had. And that while there are shitty things happening, let's not forget that we also need to be mindful of ourselves. And that we can't do any good for others if we ourselves are too, stressed up and hopped up on always trying to fight the next fight. That's all. Whew, that was heavy, wasn't it? I'm gonna take a quick, I'm gonna step away from that, stretch, and maybe get some water. I recommend you guys do the same, Even sitting here as well, getting quite riled up. So let's go ahead and stand up, stretch, maybe get a glass of water to drink. And I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Water break! Wait, where's that? Oh, there it is. Okay, and we're back. Uh-huh. What's this? An owl from another dimension joins the fray. What's this? What are you all talking about? Level 5 employee? What is this? What is this occupational shenanigans? Thank you. Okay. Sorry it took a little bit longer than I thought. I also decided to kind of clean up, what do you call that? To clean up the food that I had earlier, put it aside. And lobotomy corp. I see. I feel like time slipped into a capitalist dystopian future here. Hang on, give me a second. I'm actually gonna get like a little dessert for myself. You see, I got myself a box of Rice Krispies treats. Because I had a little bit of a nostalgia trip like a couple weeks back. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of miss Rice Krispies treats, and I'm wondering if they're still as good as I remember. And so I opened it up, like for the first time. It's like a big old box of 25 large-sized bars. And I opened it up, greeted with the sickeningly sweet artificial smell of the Rice Krispies treats. I took my bite. The pre-made ones less so, yeah. But that's what I grew up with. And it is sweet as fuck. Like, holy shit. If I had these like on a regular basis, I would rot my teeth. There's something stuck in my throat. It's sticky. And it's not letting go. Let me take another bite. Maybe it'll come down with it. I did not make fresh ones as a kid. As a kid, I grew up on all sorts of artificial bullshit, to be not gonna lie. Okay, I think my throat's clear. Alright. Woo! Yeah. I grew up on a lot of artificial stuff. And stuff that was at the supermarket. Classic Hot Pockets. Pop-Tarts. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I remember lots of, what do you call it? What was it called? Oh, fruit roll-ups. Yeah, I remember that now. Hell yeah, fruit roll-ups. Stuff like magic cookie bars and cosmic brownies. Oh. Those kinds of treats. I honestly haven't had the brownies yet. I honestly haven't had the brownies. Maybe one day, guys. Maybe one day. Huh. I wonder if it's... I wonder if I can... If it's a YouTube clearance thing to talk about the other ways that you consume the active ingredient in the cosmic brownies. Can you get a rating of your childhood snack stream? Huh. That depends, I suppose. Let me actually look around and see if there's like a pre-made one that we can use. What was it called? A childhood snacks tier list. Let's check in. Let's see. Oh, okay, this is probably going to be good enough. This is probably good enough. Let's go. I don't know a lot of these, but I know a bunch. I think I know enough. Okay, because this is all new and set up, I need to kind of what do you call it? I need to first separate this. Is this good? Is this good? Okay. And then I need to add a new window source. Window capture. Okay, then let's trim it down, yeah? Okay. And then let's put it, I need to do everything by hand! Get out of my face! I also need to move myself away. Okay, let's put myself here. This is a fine place. Put the window capture further back. This looks fine. There. There, this looks good, right? You can all see it. Alright. By the way, Rick, you'd probably like Lobotomy Corp. It's an SCP management game. Huh. It's like Idle Manager Sim, but just more eldritchy. You know what? I'll give it a try. I'll let you all know when I get into it. There's a bunch of stuff I need to kind of, you know, get into anyway. Okay, so, Gimme has never let me down. Not quite allowance worthy. Great, but I eventually got sick of this. I didn't like this as a kid, but I like it now. I would swap this at lunch. My mom knew to never waste her money on this garbage and haven't had it. So this is the haven't had it is probably going to be like my biggest list. What's this? Yogos? I don't think I've ever had Yogos. Never had. Those, or at least it doesn't look familiar. What's this? Swiss roll. I think it's great, but I think I eventually got sick of it. Oh, Ferrero's. Not quite allowance worthy. I don't know why, but I was always led to believe that these are expensive. I don't know if they actually are. What's this one? Firecracker? Yeah! We always lean back on a tier list when all else fails. Firecrackers. I actually don't think I've tried these. And what's this one? Scooby-Doo? What is this? Why do they look like candies? What? Hang on, I need to look this up real quick. What is this? Scooby-Doo snacks? Scooby snacks? Fruit flavored snacks. I think I've seen these, but I haven't tried them. Yeah, I think I've seen these, but I haven't tried them. Fruit cups. I would say swap. I'm not the biggest fruit fan. What are these called? Ants on a log or something? Is that what these are called? Ants on a log, is that what you call them? I'm not entirely sure. Never tried them. I've seen them, but I haven't tried them. Grew up on Dollar Tree snacks? I see. I like these. Never let me down. I think these are cucumbers? Yeah, I think these are cucumbers. Possibly pickled cucumbers. Or pickles, I guess. Just pickles. I like them. Didn't always like them. Actually, no, it's gonna be here. I didn't like them as a kid, but I like them now. Lay's. Never let me down. Always a solid, like, you know, if you can never disappoint me with a bag of Lay's. Until I open the bag of Lay's and I see just how empty it is. At least now as an adult, yeah, I feel like some of these snacks are like, you appreciate them later. What are these? Oh, are these granola bars? Not quite worth it. Haven't tried these. Belvita. Oh, these are these, what do you call it, cookies? Granola. Yeah, I like the, oh, just the normal granola. I've tried the granola bar, but not the, you know, other one. The crumb food. You were always told never to have these kinds of foods in the car, ever. Because cleaning up the car was such a pain. Do you all have your no food in the car rules? Do you ban all food, or do you just have specific food that's allowed? Yeah, these crackers, like, these are the cheese crackers, right? Half of Nature Valley ends up in the valley of your seat. That is true. The hidden valley of snacks. I wasn't allowed, like, anything in the car. Ah. I think we were only, like, allowed to, like, candies and other specific, like, things that you don't lose and drop and crumb, make a mess, make like a little mess of in the car. I don't think I've tried this particular brand, but if it's just the crackers, then what do you call that? I got sick of it. Wheat Thins. Never let me down. Never let me down. These are also just like very easy to eat. Grainy crackers. Oh. If it's just grainy crackers, then I don't think I'll just try the grainy ones. Sun chips. I like these. I actually quite like these quite a lot. I don't know why, but I like a lot of heavy grain stuff. This is why, like, I haven't tried these from Nature Valley, but I would like to have them. I want, but I've never tried. Or at least now. I feel like I like a lot of the grain kind of like chips and snacks and stuff now more as an adult versus when I was a kid. Triscuit. I haven't tried Triscuit, but it looks interesting. I want to spread some cream cheese on it. String cheese. Whole grain just means more flavor. Exactly. Also cheese string. Triscuits are mid. Ah. But yeah, cheese string. Top of the list. I don't know anyone who hates string cheese. I know people who have never tried, but I don't know anyone who's tried them and hated them. Triscuits are the best? I suppose it's like, you know, one person's trash is another person's treasure, I suppose. Italian ice, never tried. Milk. Top. Milk is just the best. Even though I feel like I've developed a mild case of lactose intolerance in like the past couple of years. But still, I love a good cold glass of milk. Veggie straws. Never tried these. Kind of weird looking. Come on. Never let me down. Always. You have that, you're kind of set. If they have good seasoning, they're good. The original ones are mid. I see. Alright, chat. All bets, Neffy and Ferd. Let's see. What are these? Ooh, Minute Maid. Okay, Minute Maid. You know why? Great, but eventually got sick of it. I'm just not. I think I'm just not ultimately down with it. Once I have I can only have so much of it. You know? This Nabisco. Wait, are these Chips Ahoy? Oh no, there's this is other one. And then we have Chips Ahoy. I don't know about this other one. Chips Ahoy. Okay, this one's gonna be a little tricky. Because it depends. Which Chips Ahoy are we talking about here? Because the variant of Chips Ahoy can make or break it. Well, not really make or break. I do feel like that I like some variants of Chips Ahoy more than I do others. I used to love the, what do you call that? Maybe I'm just used to a very small but very tasty selection growing up as a Nordic. But this entire list of foods may seem so sad. That's because a lot of them kind of are. They're mass-produced, sugary, or sometimes pseudo-healthy treats for kids. You know? They're meant to be mass-produced. So you know what all that corn does to a person? No, and I don't care. I love corn. I will eat... Yeah, healthy. Quote-unquote, pseudo-healthy. Okay, but then Chips Ahoy. I enjoyed the soft baked Chips Ahoy. Oh no, wait. No. Oh, wait. What's that? Something elf cookies. What was the name of that? What was that brand? Fuck. What was that brand that I remembered? Keebler Elf cookies. Jesus Christ. Oh, I suddenly remembered. Oh, suddenly remembered Keebler's. I've never really been picky, but child me didn't like most snacks for kids. I see. I don't know. Illinois is filled with corn. You want to know what I'm suddenly craving? Elotes. Suddenly wanting some elotes right now, guys. Nah, there is no E. What? Oh no. Have I been saying things wrong my whole life? Nah, I'm down. Super conscious. What's up? No E. Oh. Wait. So wait. Can you type out how it's supposed to be pronounced? And I'll have to verify it myself. Grilled corn is honestly very good when it's fresh. Yeah, like freshly grilled corn is amazing. I suddenly want elotes, guys. I'm craving. Corn cheese sounds pretty good too. Yeah, or even just it's Noi. Illinois. Oh, did I actually say the S afterwards? Maybe it's just, what do you call it? Maybe it was just the way I'm pronouncing it. Huh. But I am aware that it's a silent, like, what do you call that? That the S is silent. But maybe, I don't know, maybe just my tongue just and I can't talk. Oh, I thought it was like the other way around. I'm like, have I been wrong? Okay. But let's go back to Chips Ahoy before we continue. Jesus, we have so many snacks left. Okay, Chips Ahoy, I feel like never let me down. Most Chips Ahoy are passable. Passable. Illinois. Okay, what are these? What? Oh, Pringles. Oh man, Pringles. Gimme. I am a Pringles fiend. Give me a tube and it is done. And I hate the fact that the tubes are mostly air. Wait, what happened? What? Did I just pick the wrong snack? Pringles! There we go. Doritos. Which one? Oh, this is the nacho cheese Doritos. Okay. A fun interpretation. Okay, so we have nacho cheese and we have Cool Ranch. I mean, I guess I'm technically from there because I was born there, but I won't fight anyone because I meme the name all the time. I see. Wait, let me just check if my favorite snack is in here. No! Okay, guys, chat. There is one snack that you can tempt me with, and I will fall for it without fail. Okay? You can put me in one of those like old cartoons and put this snack under a cardboard box with a stick, and I will take it. Alright? Let me actually get a photo of it so I can show you guys. This item. Illinois born. Not the sticks. Here we go. Let me save this image. Tempt me with this, and I will follow, surely. Where is it? There's the image. I was born in Chicago and lived there for like 3 months as a wee little noodle. Wee little noodle. Baby nephew in Chicago. Just imagine it. Also, oh shit, this thing is huge. Hang on, guys. This thing's massive. This. Tempt me with this, and I will follow you to the ends of the earth. Alright? Tempt me with these, and I will follow you until the ends of time. Rolled gold pretzels. I can chow down one of these, but I like pretzels better. Okay, hear me out. Fresh pretzels are great. Nothing wrong with it, okay? I love a nice, big, thick pretzel. Alright? Those are great. But these... This is like crack to me. Alright? I open a bag of this and I'm binging a show. I am not talking shit about fresh bread. I am not. I love a fresh pretzel. Alright? I will get myself... I will drop by the mall just to visit the Auntie Anne's and get myself some pretzels, you know? Get me some of those pretzels. But this is just... I don't know what this has done to my brain chemistry, but I will just snack on this forever. Probably might also explain why I run the risk of like kidney illnesses or something. What if it were dip pretzels? I like dip pretzels for the fresh pretzels. Give me a nice fresh pretzel, freshly baked, pretzel, and give me a good dip. That's a good time too. But this one is just like something different. This was just unique. I know this isn't the best, but there's something about this that just kind of tickles my brain in a very specific way. You know? Just this. But yeah, let's continue. Aha. There are so many better pretzels. I see. Premium coated pretzels. You know what? Sometimes I just want like a plain old pretzel. Nothing else on it. Just give me a plain pretzel. Brush a little butter on it. Yeah. And that's it. I'm good. I'm set. I don't need no dip. I don't need no cinnamon sugar. I don't need no chocolate dip. Just the plain pretzel. And I'll be happy. Just a plain pretzel. I think my issue is I'm a salt addict and dry pretzels aren't salty enough. Ah. The dip dry pretzels. I see. I'm going to post some of my favorites later. Yeah, pretzels are nice. Fresh pretzels only need a little salt and butter. Yeah, exactly. No need to mess with perfection. You know? A fresh pretzel. Oh. Okay, let's continue before I start craving. Again. Okay, Ritz. Okay, Ritz Bits. I loved it, but I eventually got sick of it. They are nice though. I feel like I can't get too much of it. Oatmeal cream? Don't think I've tried these. No. What are these? Cheetos Puffs. Oh, okay. Now we're into Cheetos territory. Puffs never let me down. Crunchy never let me down. As you can see, the kind of child that I was with these snacks was not the healthiest. Not the healthiest child. No. I was hopped up on soda and these salty suckers right here. Ugh, the simple times. I was your quintessential gamer kid. With Doritos and Cheetos, Mountain Dew. Yeah. That was the life that I had known. Hey, what is it? What's with Ritz Bits? Oh, these are just the Ritz Bits. Peanut butter. I actually think they were alright. I like them more now than I did before. Wish I liked Doritos and Cheetos. That's the thing. I feel like if you I want real cheese. Okay, so here's the thing. I feel like that unless you were exposed to these like snacks as a kid, like the Doritos and whatnot, if you weren't exposed to them as a kid, I don't think you'll actually like them. I feel like, that unless you were introduced to them at the right time, your brain chemistry just doesn't. You know? Like, I happened to be at a time when these things were very prominent, or I guess maybe more prominent than they are now, I suppose, that I had them, and it's just, I'm just not the same. Well, I was introduced as a kid. Ah, just never really stuck with you, I suppose? Okay. My friends were sweaty Doritos gamers. Then there's a good chance that I was a friend of yours. There's a good chance. And that's the only classification that we can consider. I don't think I've tried this one. Ooh, Nutter Butters. Oh man, I kind of miss it. Haven't had these in a long time. I remember I liked them though. But I also didn't like peanut butter as much. Nutty Bar, never tried. I like cheese and caramel popcorn, but I never liked Doritos even now. Oh. Ooh. what's this? Chocolate cupcakes. Nope, didn't like them. I don't like these. Cloud cake, same thing. I felt like these were actually a little too sweet for me. Same thing with this. Or maybe I just don't like them. Maybe for me, I just don't like the texture. These are like super fluffy and just mushy, you know? Nutter butter, easy ass. I didn't appreciate it as a kid. Maybe I should put it here instead. I like them more now than I did back then. I wasn't the biggest, I think, peanut butter fan. Honey buns. I don't think I've tried these. Christmas tree cakes. Same thing. What is this? I can't even tell what these are. Goldfish. I got sick of it. Peanuts, my one true nemesis. Oh no, you have the allergies. You have the peanut death icon. I don't think I've tried these variants. I've only tried the original. Christmas tree cakes were based. I see. I haven't tried them. I don't think. Ooh. Okay. So here's another quirk, guys. I don't know if it's much of a quirk really, but I like raisins only if they come right out of the box like this. But the moment that you throw raisins into anything, I immediately don't like it. I don't like chocolate, so we all have our things. Ah, I see. Not any kind of chocolate whatsoever, Ferd. Is this? I don't know what to say. I'd rather not try to risk it. Oreos, another classic one. Gimme. I like Oreos, even the minis. This one is an immediate yes. For a lady creature, I'm not a massive chocolate fan, but I like some chocolate things. Apples and peanut butter, I think that was. Oh, I don't think I've tried them. I don't think I've ever tried apples and peanut butter together. So I'm going to put it in the I don't know what it is. I also can't quite tell what this is. I don't recognize it either. Oh wait, no, they're the Dunkaroos? Is that, am I remembering the name right? Dunkaroos? I like them, but not enough, not that much. Animal crackers. Got sick of them. By the way, for sure, for future bribing reference, would you drink something special with your pretzels? Water. Lots and lots of water. It's probably the only reason that I don't have as high, or I don't get what do you call that? Or I'm not I don't have a kidney disease at this point. I think it's because I also drink. I have a penchant to drinking lots of water. An ocean is gonna send me right to the ER. My kidney's gonna be like, nope, that's it. We're giving up, shutting down. These look familiar, but I can't tell. Titty Grams, haven't tried them. Cheese It. Ooh, this one. I haven't tried the white cheddar though. I've only tried the original, and I got sick of it after a while. What's this one? Cosmic Brownies. Haven't tried. 50 grams cinnamon were amazing. I haven't tried. Carrots. Gimme. I like carrots. I also like popcorn. I like caramel popcorn even more. Salt water and pretzel. That's a surefire way to get dehydrated in like 5 seconds. What's that? What's next? Dirt cake. Dirt cake? Cosmic brownies, my beloved. They were terrible, but as a child I liked them because they were one of the few snacks that I could trade for that didn't suck more. Ah. I don't think I've tried dirt cake. I think I've seen it, but I've never tried it myself. Dippers, don't know either. Oh, okay. So, another thing. As a child, I love this, but I don't know if I still like it. That's the thing. I loved snack pack pudding. I was a fiend for them as a child. That's exactly how the folks got me to do chores. I was bribed with snack pack pudding. And I'd be like, yes, I will do it. I will do the chores for the pudding. Jello, not so much. But I do like it. Like, I like it enough. And it is, like, consistently at least, like, you know what? I'll take it. Especially since, what do you call that? If you could, like, if you were mixing it yourself, if you were making your own Jello, at least you had control. But even the prepackaged stuff was like, okay, you know, it's alright. A pudding pop? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever had a pudding pop. Don't think I've tried this either. I don't know what this is. Go-gurt. I don't think I got to try these. I've seen them, but I haven't tried. Same thing with Scooby-Doo graham crackers. Pop-Tarts are up here. But I feel like I don't like Yoplait is yogurt. Ah. I don't think I've tried that specific brand, though. Okay, so Pop-Tarts I loved as a kid. I don't know if I still like them, though. I do feel like that as an adult now, I don't know if my palate would still be so forgiving for Pop-Tarts. You know? I just don't know if I'm... If my boring old man palate will still let me enjoy... will let me enjoy... what's this? Pop-Tarts. Some Pop-Tarts still hold up as a rare treat, some are terrible. Yeah, I feel like that Pop-Tarts have always been like hit or miss. Even, you know, even as a kid. They weren't all built the same. Alright, what's next? Drumstick. Is this ice cream? Yeah, I like drumstick ice cream. Never let me down. Pop-Tarts just make me want a toaster strudel. Ah, I see. Toaster strudels. Lunchables. I don't know. Got sick of it. Wait, what is this? No, Lunchables. Breakfast. Oh, this is breakfast ones. I haven't tried these. Oreo. What is this? What Oreo is this? I've never tried this abomination looking thing. Ooh. Oh, wait, these are good. Yeah, let's go. Dip those sticks. Slandering Lunchables? I haven't tried the... What do you call it? I haven't tried the breakfast one. I haven't tried the... It says your breakfast Lunchables. I haven't tried these. High C... What is this? I know the brand High C, but I don't know what product this is supposed to be. So I'm just going to put it here. Haven't had it then. At the risk. Oh, Sunny D. Gimme. There's something about them. What's this? I don't know. This is like, I think it's just a photo. Let's put that back. Uh-oh, I need to resize the thing again. The window capture. I need to resize. Okay. Oops. Wait. Maybe we need to... Maybe that's what we need to do. There we go. And then decrease this over here. Slide that there. And I think we're set. Push Pops! They're alright. Haven't let me down before. They're always interesting. What are these? Ice lollies? Yes. Ice lollies are amazing. Only issue was the limited size of boxes. I'm assuming these are for toaster strudels. I don't know what this goop looking thing is. Especially on a hot day, you know? The savior of summer in Las Vegas. Yeah. I know they have like different names locally wherever you are. We're called ice pops over here. Great stuff. Shaved ice? It doesn't look, this thing here doesn't look like, this does not look like shaved ice. This looks like some goopy, sweet, sugary mess. And I'm not touching it. Nothing saves summer in Vegas. What are these? I don't know what these are. I can't tell. Cheese balls. Gimme. I like these. I actually like the cheese balls a lot because more so than the others. Just because it was so much easier to get and eat. That's why you go outside only near the pool in a gallon of and a gallon of Mr. I have not been to Vegas in many years. What's this? Kool-Aid Jammers. I don't think I've tried the Kool-Aid Jammers, so I'm gonna put them here. I've had Kool-Aid, but not the Jammers, unfortunately. You're making me order some gourmet popcorn since it's been forever. Ooh. Ooh, I think I've tried these, but I got sick of them. I think they were just like, I think the flavor was just kind of off for me for these things. I don't know this juice thing and it says bug juice, so no thank you. Rice Krispies Treats has not let me down. I'm still having them right now. So I'm saying they're great, though. They're not good for you. I know it's probably not good for a lot of people, but I grew up with it. I haven't tried the strawberry shortcake and chocolate eclair, this specific brand. Ooh, fruit by the foot. Yes. Gushers, yes. Fruit roll-ups, yes. There we go! This isn't a good for you tier list, that's true. I highly doubt any of these are good for you. With a very few exceptions. Like the apple and peanut butter one, probably. It's probably a nice healthy snack. It's it's an apple, and you got some peanut butter in there for protein. That's actually pretty healthy. The fruit cups, it's borderline healthy in the sense that as maybe if you kind of drain the syrup that it comes in, it's probably gonna be alright. Ants on a log, probably gonna be alright. You know, again, it's peanut butter, vegetable, and raisins. So maybe outside of those, the rest are a little bit more questionable as far as how healthy for you they can actually be. This is more of a nostalgia trip list, like visiting your grandparents. Yeah, speaking of, I don't see foxes on here. Huh. Those foxes like crystal candy. Any of you have any of you tried those? Those are pretty nice. I also don't see the Werther's, what do you call that? Originals. Werther's? Yeah, Werther's Original. I don't see any of those. How come that didn't make it on this list? Yeah, the Werther's caramels. Yeah, those. Haven't had those in a long time, but I remember we'd always have some of them in the car. For some reason. It was either Werther's Original or like Fox's candy. More like a candy than a snack. That's fair, I suppose. Because if they did have candies, then those would be that would probably be like an entirely different list. But I do feel like some of these can also be counted in like the candies territory almost. Like fruit by the foot and fruit roll-ups. I feel like those are more candy than snacks. Soft peppermint. Oh, yeah. This feels more like stuff I'd have as a kid at a school lunch. Fair. Fruit by the foot was common in lunchrooms here. Yeah, I think I spent a little bit of time to remember them in what do you call it, in the lunchrooms. Betrayed. Then hey, there is one snack though. Where's the what do you call those? What's the term? Where's the easy cheese? I don't see no rules that candies can't be snacks as well. That's fair. But where's the easy cheese? Where? Truly, a snacks list is absent of easy cheese? Just for the sheer unhealthy nature of spraying cheese directly into your pie hole? Oh well, I suppose not every list can contain it. But yeah. Yes, string cheese is up here. It's actually one of the first, it was the second thing that made it to the, what do you call it? To the gimme 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 list. It's up there at the very tippity top. Every time I think of canned cheese, I think of the Goofy movie. That's fair. There was the I forgot what's his name with the cheese, the canned cheese at the very beginning of the movie. Should probably watch that, like in full. I don't recall ever watching it in its entirety. Like, I've seen parts of it, but I don't remember watching it end to end. When I get things settled up again, let's actually have like a Discord night. We can watch a Goofy movie. You guys want that? We can watch a Goofy movie. He just sucks in those cans, true. Like, just like... It is a little nasty how there's like some cheese just kind of dripping down the side, though. A little... what do you call that? A little nasty. Yeah. You know what? If, what do you call that? After all of the project, project launches this week... The movie, yes, Nito. A Goofy movie. Yeah, how about this? So since we're having like, I'm having project launches this week and we're all gonna be in a pretty, what do you call that? And I'm gonna be in a pretty tight spot. Maybe we can have like, I'll try to schedule, what do you call it? A Discord night where we can watch a Goofy movie. Yeah? And then we can all dance along at the end. Sounds fun? Yeah, let's do it. Let us do it. Huh. Okay. Huh. And I think that's gonna be it for today's stream. Like I said, it's project launch week, so there's a lot of things I need to be on top of to make sure that you know, that the project launches do not, what's the word I'm looking for, crash and burn in the fires of Hades. So I'm gonna do the responsible thing. I'm gonna end stream here now that it's kind of top of the hour-ish. We'll wrap up, and I'll see you guys in the next stream, which is probably going to be for... We'll see. I'll figure it out. No problem. It's always fun to go through these lists, and the reason, at least for me, the reason why this is really interesting to have these kinds of like tier lists is that it lets you see how people, it kind of gives you like an insight into what people think of specific things that you might be familiar with. Like the way that, oh yeah, I love, I love Fruit by the Foot. I love Gushers. I love Sunny D. And then you see there are people who are like, what's Sunny D? And you're like, oh, sweet summer child. You know? An insight into Richter's mostly not bad taste. I've had worse takes, I feel. I feel like a lot more people were offended by my breakfast tier list. I do feel like that my breakfast tier list is probably one of my more divisive tier lists. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get to stream on Friday if I'm not dying. Because I still need to see what happens on project launch and whether or not I might end up having to do overtime. But if the project launch is good, then I'll probably schedule a stream for Friday. What we'll do on Friday, I don't know. But I suspect we probably might get into Warframe. Just since I mentioned it like last week, we're gonna try to get into Warframe. Just just letting you know now that if we stream on Friday, it's gonna be Warframe. Or if I can't get Warframe to work, then I don't know, maybe something else. We'll figure it out. Alright? But until then, I will see you all. Take care of yourselves. Drink your water. Have your meals. Get enough sleep as much as possible. I love you all. This is your Court Mage Richter Fowl signing out for the night. And I'll see you all, hopefully, on Friday. Bye.